Welcome to another edition of the ID Video Market Report. I'm Anna Wells.
And I'm Mike Hockett. Here are this week's top stories in distribution.
This past week has been a slow one for merger and acquisition activity, but that doesn't mean distribution companies haven't been in the news. ID Big 50 company Airgas drew headlines for an unusual reason when this past week the Teamsters called for some of the company's directors to resign. A majority, 53% of Airgas shareholders voting in last Wednesday's director elections withheld support from 3 independent board members standing for re-election.
According to Ken Hull, General Secretary-Treasurer of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, a long-term Airgas shareholder and representative of Airgas employees throughout the U.S., Airgas investors have lost confidence in the leadership of this company. These directors should resign from the board immediately to make way for new directors who will be responsive and accountable to the shareholders they are elected to represent.
And the one note on M&A is from Stellar Industrial, who made their 4th buy in less than a year, this time of California-based Graphams Industrial Supplies. Graphams is a distributor of metalworking and MRO products to a broad range of industries throughout California and a Sandvik Coromat distributor.
Speaking of Sandvik, the Swedish manufacturer of cutting tools, made news this week after ousting its company president and CEO Olaf Faxander, who has served in the position since 2011. The change was cited as, quote, the next step in Sandvik's further development. Yet Bloomberg reports that Faxander's dismissal comes after a major leadership reshuffle as Sandvik's largest investor, following reports of alleged misuse of corporate jets.
One of the most popular stories on the ID website this past week had to do with 3D printing, including how this technology might impact pricing, disrupt warehousing, and change the way specialty parts are handled. Zilliant's Barrett Thompson compares 3D printing of today to the way the industry looked at e-commerce in the early 2000s. Those that jumped on the bandwagon early are benefiting immensely, says Thompson, and those that didn't are still playing catch-up. For the full story, visit inddist.com. Can you imagine if 3D printing has much of a disruptive impact as e-commerce did?
It would certainly be a game changer for many distributors.
Well, that's it for today. Be sure to find us on LinkedIn and Twitter and sign up for our daily e-newsletter. Thanks for joining us.